Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your boy Carol, and today I'm going to take you to my chest and tricep workout. The goal is to be efficient and consistent. Okay, but first, let's start with a warm up. So let's get into it. Have this band, upright rows, push ups, and underarm pull downs. All right, so we're going to start with this. All right, so I go back to back, non-stop, 10 reps each, 3 sets. I don't like that feeling where I'm trying to get into a workout and when you haven't warmed up, you feel these joint pains and sometimes you don't have that muscle to mind connection. So I like to make sure I warm up properly. And when you warm up properly and you get maybe you're doing a warm up the chest and get a workout in, you realize that you have that muscle to mind connection. And for me, I'm doing this, warm up the shoulder, and then push up on the chest and the tricep, then underarm, I get the biceps and the back, so it's like more of the upper body. All right, so we finish up. All right, let's get it. Now, what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna rest for like 90 seconds and again to my next workout, actual working set. The reason why I do this is I wanna make sure I'm efficient. So when I get that rest in, I'm able to make sure I can hit muscle hypertrophy to failure. People get in the gym and don't rest, so you're unable to hit your set back to back and hit the right numbers. So I wanna make sure I rest, so I can get the ATP process back up and then hit my next set. So I'm not too big on lifting heavy. I used to in the past, and for now I'm just trying to build muscle and more of aesthetics. I mean, they both build muscle, but I'm not too big on strength like that. I want to make sure I can get as much contraction and hit hypertrophy. So on this side, I want to go at least 12 reps 3 times so that I can hit that muscle fatigue. Let's get it. That was easy. It's still a warm up for me. I actually start working sets from 100 kilos. But you have to choose a weight that works for you more. Whew. So you see there was a bit of a struggle to get those 12 reps in, but I'll just put on probably 5 so I can get a bit much more stress on the muscle. Woo. Oh man, I like that squeeze. So as you can see, my last 3-4 reps, I had to struggle a little bit. And that's what you want to get to. You want to make sure you're getting that muscle failure, that hypertrophy. So I got one more set and I'll move on to cable flies. Let's get it. Last set, 110 again. Two more. Oh God. Ooh. Crazy pump, huh? Wanna make sure you flex the chest. So one thing I like to do also is get my hands against the bar, all right, and then push. So you see that chest activation? Let's get a squeeze. Nice. So for cable flies, I don't like to stand, I like to sit, okay? Because when the weight is heavy and you begin to push, there's also a force pulling you back, and to every push or pull, there's an opposing force. So I wanna make sure when I sit on here, I'm tight, I'm not moving back. Now I can counter that force by lifting much more heavy, and make sure my form is on point. Because when you're hanging like that, the weight is shifting, you got so many things to control, and the goal is to make sure I'm efficient. Ooh. So I'm gonna drop the weight a little bit because it was hard to control, and it's not ego lifting. I want to make sure I get a really good squeeze so I have good control of the weight. I don't want to be like struggling and trying to focus on the form. So definitely gonna drop that weight back 1, and definitely 90 seconds rest is consistent. I wouldn't say 90 seconds is compulsory, but that's what I've been training with for a while. So I can go 12 and go 12 and go 12 after resting for 90 seconds. If you need 2 minutes, take your 2 minutes, all right? The goal is to be efficient. You rather prefer to be able to get 12 good reps than get probably 12, 8, and 6. Those 12 good reps would have definitely burned more calories, would have been more efficient, have more muscle fibers activation, more sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. So just make sure you rest enough and get that set in. So we're gonna rest 90 seconds and go for the second bit now. So, woo! Oh man, just imagine if I did the same weight I did before, I probably wouldn't be able to do it as much. You know, I'll probably be tired at the point. But dropping the weight, even though I was tired, I was able to get 12 reps in and a really good contraction in the end and much more control. As I said, the goal is to be consistent and efficient. Oh my. All right, flex the chest a little bit, get a big squeeze. That was hypertrophy right there. Take a squeeze, get a muscle to mind connection. With incline too, I like to do 35 degrees because that's when you have like the most tech activation. So I want to do 35 degrees and also raise the lower bottom of the chair to anchor myself so I don't slip. I realize many people want to do an incline, they turn the incline into a flat. So basically, you will see a guy like this. This is an incline press, but because he's trying to lift probably a heavier weight, he will arch his back like that and lift himself up. You just come back to flat. You know, so you want to still arch your back all right, but keep your lower body, your butt on the bench and keep the arch, but make sure you still in that inclined phase. So you want to keep the hand motion as a triangle. As you can see, I'm not like this, I'm like that, because the chest is much stronger when it's at this point. You know, here you have much more pec activation instead of like that. Here, shoulder is way out of position. Okay, so let's get it. 12 reps. When you're doing a press, what you want is, instead of being like that, okay, what you want to do is, you want to be like this. The push should come from here, so it goes like that, okay? This is when you have the most chest activation. The triangle right here, so see? It goes like that, and like this. But that's what you want. Squeeze at the bottom, back down, squeeze at the bottom. When you go like that, I already feel pain even doing this and pushing because it's a ball and socket joint. And you've extended it way too much. And now you are in that space, you're not able to get much chest activation. So many people have done it and they feel comfortable in that space. But trust me, if you want a better activation, you go like that. Hence why people can go on a machine and with their grips like that, they're able to do more weight. And when they come on the flat, even though you have the stabilizer muscles working, they are not able to put much weight, not even half of what they do on the incline machine. So just get it right. All right, so I'm gonna get into triceps now. So I do chest and triceps. So push, pull, and then legs and shoulders. Dedicate one day for legs because I smash it crazy. And then, you know, my legs feel like jelly. Shoulders do same thing. And then on Friday, I'll do chest, triceps, and biceps, you know, so I can look good for Saturday cheat meal. Anyway, so with triceps, I want to start with overhead. I always want to start with the difficult exercises first, you know, before I get into the ones that are much easier, you know, depending on the position, so that I can be much more efficient basically. I can have much more power. All right, so I can do it standing, but as I said, I have to struggle to keep so many things, so many variables. Yeah, that's more like it. One way I like to flex the triceps is to stand, take my hand backwards, and then squeeze like that. See? Or keep your hand down, and then squeeze backwards also. That also works, just to get that muscle flex. So I like to do those after every set. I like to flex the muscle. Squeeze it as much as possible and get all the muscle fibers engaged in the blood flow. That was really good muscle failure. Ooh. Ooh. That's also one way of flexing the triceps. Ooh, oh my, that feels like a workout, trust me. It does feel like a workout. After doing that, I definitely feel much more tighter. Yeah. So next, I like to move on to dips. So now, dips hits the triceps and also hits the pec. So it's a good, really good push movement to have right after a chest. I don't consider that as a chest workout for me. I do when I'm doing triceps, so I'm gonna go for the dips next. 12 reps, same thing. You can tie weights on, but if I do this first, I definitely will be able to do it much easily. So, because I don't want to go that struggle of tying up weight, I would like to exhaust myself a little bit on there before I go into here. Woo! The last workout, I like this bar in a way also because of the slight bend. So I'm not gonna hold here. I'm gonna right where it begins to bend. Ooh. Ooh. Muscle failure or hypertrophy as always. So full range of motion, all the way, concentric and eccentric. Full range. Concentric is when you're contracting the muscle, and eccentric is when you're deloading the muscle. So you want to make sure in both phases you're efficient as possible. Pushing down, I explode, but coming back up, I control it. I control the negatives and explode. That's it for my workout. One thing also you gotta pay attention to my form throughout the workout. You wanna make sure the form is right, especially during the triceps. You wanna push your hip backwards and push down so you can get full contraction. The moment you leg down, you bring it here, you won't be able to get a full contraction. Okay, so if you've been able to watch this part, thanks so much. And don't forget to subscribe, to like and comment. Okay, and let me know what you'd like me to work out on next. But the next video probably will be biceps and chest. And I got legs and then shoulders, all right? But thanks so much. I'm out.